Hey there, planners. Today I am doing a flip through of my personal wide rings planner that I will be using for the second quarter of the year. This is going to be an item that stays in my purse. This is a brand new size to me and I am super excited about it so far. So I'm going to flip through it and show you everything I'm keeping in here and how I have it set up. Go grab your planners and let's get planning. All right, so those of you who've been around a while are probably thinking, personal wide rings? What? Yeah, I was too, but I had some very specific issues that I wanted to fix about my planner system that I used in the first quarter of the year, and this solution just fit the bill. It was going to solve some of those problems. If you are curious what I'm talking about, I have a video that I will have listed down in the description box below that goes into detail about how I update my planner system on a quarterly basis and how do I migrate from one system to the other. What are some of the steps I take and process I use to figure out what changes or updates I need to make, if I need to make any. And so I will have that listed down in the description box below for you to get more information about it. If you are new here, and you are just joining for the first time, welcome. I'm so excited that you are here. If you love planning supplies, to-do lists, getting things done, being efficient while also being creative and enjoying all of the stationery supplies, then you have found the right tribe. We are a group of planner enthusiasts who love to share ideas with each other. I encourage you to check out the comments below because Planning Annie subscribers have the greatest ideas that we love to share with each other. So make sure you check that out and also feel free to join in the discussion. Please consider subscribing if it feels like you've met your tribe here because we love to grow our community. For those of you who've been around a while, welcome back. And I'm so excited to share this with you. And I know you're probably thinking, what the heck? I've not really been successful in using rings in the past, but I really do think this is going to solve a problem for me. As many of you know, my sweet little B6stology, not so little from the first quarter. I love it, but it was just so much bulk. And the thing about this is it just grows and grows and grows and grows, and you can't control the growth. With a rings planner, you can control the growth. So let me talk about how I have this set up and what I have inside. So first of all, this is a Moterm personal wide ring planner in the color... I always forget what this is called. It's the pink color, whatever the pink color is. It's like mauve or something like that. It is a really nice pink. It's not an in-your-face pink. It's a very nice, soft, sort of very neutral, sort of tannish kind of pink. So if you're not like a huge fan of pink, I think this will still work for you. Okay, in the pockets, I've got just some random bits and bobs, and clips, things like that. I do have a if found and in case of emergency because I do plan on keeping this planner in my purse. In the back, I have some more bits and bobs, just some cards, things like that. I'm actually transitioning this to also possibly become my wallet. So just keep my cards, driver's license, all of that stuff in here as well. Insurance cards, all of that stuff. And I have some personal wide is a difficult size to find, you know, like pockets and inserts, things like that for. They're kind of a special size. And some of the things that I can't make myself, which you guys know I love to make my own stuff, some of the things I can't make myself, I've had to order, so I'm waiting on some things. I also have back here my Sunday reset routine, you know, just a quick reference, Sunday reset routine back here in the back. And then I think I do have some things back here in this. I don't know what these are. Some stickers, a love note from my husband from Valentine's Day. So just some random bits and bobs stuck back there. Could also put cash back there, put it in a zipper pocket, all kinds of stuff. Okay, let's get into what is actually in here and how I have this set up. So, you know, I love freebies, planner freebies. So I do have some freebie items in here. I also have some things that I made myself. I will try to have as much as I can listed down in the description box below. Some things are really old, so I keep everything planner related, all the freebies and stuff that I collect. I have a whole email address just dedicated to planner freebies. So where you have to sign up, you know, to receive emails to get the freebie, I have a whole email address devoted to that, which I would suggest you do as well if you if you like planner freebies. Just devote an email address to that. Okay, so I'll have as much as I can listed down in the description box below. This opening dashboard I printed and laminated. This actually came from a previous Planner Press subscription box. I used to be a subscriber to Planner Press Digital Dash Box. I canceled that subscription for a couple reasons, but I do have the files from previous when I thought they were really beautiful, and this is one example. So love this as my cover here. And then this is also from that same month. I think it was April of last year, maybe, or March of last year. And this just says, big door swing on little hinges. Anything is possible. I think that's so cute. This is a freebie that I printed on vellum, and it is from Plain Chic Designs, and it just says spring edition. And then I have an inbox page here. I keep sticky notes on the front. So some of this as I flip through, because I've already set it up, I might have to blur out because there might be some personal information in here, but I'm going to try to keep that to a minimum so you can see as much as possible. So inbox. My first section is really inbox. These are things that I need to get to quickly when I am out and about. All right, I have an order tracker here, and then I have a wish list. You can see that I'm using some decor. I'm also, you'll notice that all of my inserts, for the most part, I have printed myself. So either I purchased them or they're freebies and I printed myself. I have cut slits in them so I can take them in and out because I hate opening the rings. I hate doing that. That really compromises the condition of the rings. So I try to do that as little as possible. All right, these are from Planner Room, which is a store on Etsy that I get a lot of inserts from. I will have them listed down below, as well as the other Etsy stores that I purchase inserts from. But these are really great, different types of lists. This is a shopping list. I'm using sticky notes so that I don't have to keep printing this. I just put sticky notes on it. I've got a list of subscriptions here and an add to planner. These are all freebies. This font here, you can tell shopping lists, subscriptions, and add to planner. Those are all freebies from Planning with Bee, which she has great inserts, sells great inserts, but she also has amazing freebies. So I would definitely recommend that you check out her site. There's another one. And then I've got a little vellum divider. And this goes into more like planner reference information. So this is my routines. I've got daily, and then each day of the week, what happens on each day of the week. And then I've got yearly, monthly, weekly, this is sort of like my routines, my recurring task. I've got a trigger list. This is from the Planner Spot. This was a freebie. So this is a goal setting trigger list and then a planning trigger list. You guys know I love trigger lists. And this is from Brown Plans from her Instagram account. It's @brown_plans. And this was a freebie. This is a brain dump trigger list. So really nice there. And then I just put the brain dump freebie from Planning with Bee on the back. And so those, you can see those are all sort of like planning reference items, just a few of them to help me when I'm trying, I love to, when I'm waiting in a doctor's office in a waiting room or waiting for my kid at the dentist, pull out the planner and do a little bit of planning, and having these type of items handy is great for reference information. All right, so that covers the whole first section, and that is really kind of inbox. I would call this inbox section. I don't have a tab with a label there, but it is just inbox. Okay, I'll pull this out so you can see it. This is a clear divider that I made myself. Hopefully you can see this. Let me zoom in a little bit for you. Okay, so I printed out a photo. This was an image from Canva. I printed it on vellum in the personal wide size. Then I ran it through the laminator. And then when I cut it out, I actually used a tab like this, one of these tabs, right? So I stuck it on where I wanted it. And then I actually cut around the tab. So that's what gives it that shape. So it's actually got the tab shape sticking out. It's just a tab that I stuck there, not this one obviously, a smaller one, but I stuck the tab there and cut around it. And then I punched it. So I made these clear because again, it is really hard to find some of the standard sort of planner items in personal wide size. And I did order a set of these, but they are taking forever to get here because I think they're coming from Australia. I'll share them when they finally get here, but who knows how long that's going to take. So I went ahead and made my own, and I actually really like them. I really like them. Now you can tell, like if you look really closely, you can tell that that's, you know, it's not as smooth and even as, you know, professionally made ones. Oh, and I use my label maker to just put the label on there. So this one says track, and that's because this is the tracking section of my planner. So I've got that. This is a little piece of vellum from Simply Gilded. And then I have tracking. So this is a tracker that I keep for my husband's playing golf. He plays in competitions, things like that. So we like to track his golf scores and keep notes on different courses, things like that. I'm covering it up because I'm not sure that he would want me to share. I have my reading list. So I shared a video recently where I'm doing a self-study in productivity and really like deep diving and studying different productivity methods. This is my reading list. It spills over. It's quite long. So I've got my reading list and I'm checking it off as I go. I've got my to watch list. I try to keep up with this on a monthly basis, like different things I want to watch. And actually I can check one of these off. Okay, so keeping up with that. And then I also have an episode tracker where, you know how like you start something. So for example, I'm watching Perry Mason right now on HBO, comes out one show a week. I always forget what shows I've watched. And so I like to keep up with, you know, what I'm watching for each episode. And then also movies that I'm watching. I like to keep up with that. This is a list of go-to restaurants when we are eating out or ordering in. I like to keep a list of, you know, what our go-tos are because sometimes we get in the habit and we're like eating the same thing. It's like, oh, I'm so tired of that. We actually have a lot more options. So anyway, this I haven't used yet, but I do have it in here. This is a freebie from Planning with Bee. And I should mention a lot of these items are from Etsy shops. I will have them listed down in the description box below. There's several different Etsy shops there that I'm using, so I'll have them listed down where I got these from that I actually purchased. This was a freebie from Planning with Bee. I just love that font. Last time, I haven't used this yet, but I'm thinking that like I'm getting ready to change the HVAC filters. I should have already done it because you do that when the time changes, but I'll put that down here. All right, so that's that section. And then I have my next section, which again is just the image on vellum. And then I cut out my own. And this one is titled Year. So this is my yearly section. I've got a little vellum here. Isn't that beautiful? This is from Plain Chic Designs. Really, really beautiful. I just printed it on vellum. This is a year at a glance that I'm using for reference, just looking at that. This is birthdays, holidays, special events, things like that. I've got some sticky notes here. I've got this freebie from Plain Chic Plans on vellum, and then I've got holidays. Oh, I should probably mark some of these out that have already passed, but a reference for holidays. This is from Planning with Bee. Love this. And then I have the next section, which is monthly. All right, in my monthly section, I actually have all 12 months of the year in here. I have this little baby Ollie clip. here to clip to the month that it actually is, so I can quickly flip there. This way, if I am in the planner and I grab the monthly tab and just pull the tab, it gets me right to the month that we're currently in. So this is the month, but I also have all the other months, and this is great for just for reference information, looking ahead, future planning, things like that. So I've got all the months in here. Love this. It's really handy to have with me out and about, which is one of the reasons I wanted to make sure I had all 12 months. My next section is week. I haven't really figured out how to use this. So this is where I'm kind of debating about, do I use this or do I use my daily planning tool, which is now I'm using digital planning for daily. So I have weeks printed out and in here. Let me see if I can get to a blank one. So here's for example, is a week that I printed out, right? And I've got the days. I can write down things that need to get done, you know, or events, appointments, things like that. But I'm really not using this as much as, I don't really use weekly as much as I use daily pages. I really use my daily pages. That's kind of the heart of my planning. And I have moved my daily pages into a digital format, which I will have a video talking about that in more detail. But daily pages are what take up the most room. They create the most bulk. And I really don't want to do daily pages in the rings. I want to do daily pages, you know, somewhere else where I have plenty of room. So, yeah, so I'm kind of just still working out how I'm going to use these weeklies. I don't know that I need this. Maybe I do. I don't know. I'm still working on how I use this. I would love to hear your ideas below. If you're using daily pages somewhere, are you keeping weekly pages as well? If so, why? How are you using them? I would love to hear your thoughts about kind of, as I'm working through what to do with this section. So next up is health, and I'm probably not going to share a lot of this information, but I have a cycle tracker and contact information for physicians, insurance information, you know, a running list of doctor visits, things like that. So we'll just skip past all that. I will have listed the shops that I got the printables from because they're really good, like a medical sort of health and fitness set. So next up is home, and this is another section that I'm not going to really share with you, but basically what I have in here are one page for each family member, including my pets, and it just has, you know, name, date of birth, you know, address and phone number if they're not living, you know, like my oldest daughter is in college, so her college address, phone number, email address, any pertinent medical information if they have special doctors or dentists, who those are, just kind of like a bio sheet on each family member. And boy, that information is so nice to have handy. I also have like just a handful of contacts, you know, our parents, their address, phone number, all that stuff. I'm not going to go through that because that's all very personal. But I also have this home inventory sheet where I'm just starting to fill this out, but I've got like the size of our HVAC filters, you know, things like that. I will put sort of reference information on the home inventory sheet. Okay. The next section I have is titled Boss, and this is kind of everything Planning Annie. So I've got a list of videos. I've got a calendar here. I have not filled this out at all, but we'll be getting to it. You know, I'm still working on that part. I've got an expense tracker and then another divider. And the last section is notes. And this is just a section for me to jot down, like, I wanted to do Easter planning, you know, menu ideas. And I came back later and slapped on this washi tape, and because I knew this was going to be in the planner for a while. I went ahead and put some washi tape on it, but you know, I just made it just look like this when I made it, right? Just jotting down some ideas for Easter, to-dos, and then just some extra note pages back here. So I can show you a little bit of what's back here. I've got a lot of tabs and sticky notes. You can see this is not the right size. I'm waiting on some pockets that are personal wide size, but I've got some cards and some sticky notes. I've got a little folder with some, some stickers that I like and things like that. Things like that are in there just for reference and to pull out and use. I'm not sure that this will stay the same. I feel like I'm going to probably be working on this and updating it. And I also want to incorporate wallet items in here so that I can eliminate wallet and just have this be planner and wallet. All right, and the last two items I'll go over in this planner are these two. Don't you love that they're color coordinated? So this is actually, I was testing out these retractable highlighters from Rytech. I will have a video coming up very soon about some of my new favorites that I've been testing out for spring, but that is definitely one. I absolutely love that it goes with this. I love having 2 pen loops. One of the beauties of Moterm ring planners, I have 2 pen loops, so I love having a highlighter and a pen. This is a new pen I've also been testing out. This is a Uni-Jet Stream. It's got just like super amazing squishy grip. Anyway, but you can see it's color coordinated as well. So I will be sharing more detail about new pens that I've been trying out and testing, highlighters, things like that in an upcoming video. I really hope that you enjoyed this flip through. I hope that you got some ideas. I hope that you will leave your ideas down in the comments below. Any questions, any thoughts you have about what I might want to consider adding, removing, how I want to use different sections, please share all of your good ideas that I know you have. If you enjoyed the video, give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to Planning Annie for more content like this. And as always, thanks for planning with me.